that this is going to be a massive opportunity for the UK, which will rely heavily on industry having the right skills. The move to a truly low-carbon economy will change every aspect of our society, the way we live and work, the skills we need, and the jobs that we do. And it will mean a complete transformation of our economy. At a national government level, we've already written to law an 80% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, and an interim 34% reduction by 2020. And alongside last year's financial budget, the Chancellor set the first ever legally binding carbon budgets. And to meet these budgets, we're going to need an industrial revolution across the United Kingdom. But we're not starting from scratch. First, let's take a look at the enormous progress the low-carbon sector has already made. The UK currently holds a 3.5% share of the global market for low-carbon and environmental goods and services, worth around £107 billion and employing over 880,000 people in this country. And in context, in terms of world comparisons, that puts us sixth. And by 2015, it's estimated that this sector in the UK alone will be worth as much as £150 billion. And the opportunities for growth are huge. Globally, this market is set to grow from £3 trillion today to £4.3 trillion by 2015, with jobs throughout many sectors of the economy. And even as you look ahead at the forecasts of growth recovery for the economies of this country and others, have a look at the forecasts of growth in this area of work, because they're consistently much higher than for the economy as a whole. Now, with a global market of this size, we want the UK to continue to be at the forefront in seizing the economic benefits of the transition to a low-carbon economy. Last summer, we published our UK low-carbon transition plan, and on the same day, at the same place, our strategies for renewable energy, low-carbon transport, and low-carbon industry. The low-carbon industrial strategy sets out how we intend to use government policy and funding levers to ensure that businesses in the UK can maximise their competitive advantage and secure benefits from this global shift to low carbon. And that strategy sets out a clear narrative on what a low carbon economy should look like, and focuses on 4 key areas. First, removing barriers to market in key low carbon sectors like offshore wind and marine, where the UK has a very definite competitive advantage. Secondly, developing low carbon economic activity right across the country so that no region is left behind. Thirdly, getting the conditions right for low carbon businesses to grow and prosper, the stability, the consistency of policy that people seek. And fourthly, making sure the low carbon transition applies equally and fairly across the whole economy, that it's a just transition for people across the country. So these then are the policy measures that we've set out. They sound fine, but what we must do is work hard to make these measures a reality. And we recognise that in addition to providing significant funding to key sectors of the economy, we also need a strategic approach to the development of low-carbon industries that applies at every level, national, regional and local. And that's why we've created low-carbon economic areas. These bring together regional development agencies, local authorities, employers, educational groups and the sector specialists to accelerate low-carbon activity in locations where existing industry or geography gives us clear advantage. This will help UK regions and devolved areas compete on an international scale, attracting foreign and inward investment and building collaborations to improve research and development and drive innovation and entrepreneurship in their regions. So, for example, the first of the low-carbon economic areas was announced in the southwest, where there's a focus on marine technology. And as a result, work has already begun. An investment of around £100 million has gone into projects there, like the Wave Hub. And what's important to remember, is how each region may succeed in their specialist area, but it benefits the entire United Kingdom. And a very good example of that comes with the Wave Pub project, where the contract for the catering was won by a company in Hartlepool. So there are many actions that government can take to move the UK onto a permanent low-carbon footing, but underpinning all of this is a strong skills and knowledge base. This country's low-carbon future can only be built by people who have the skills demanded by newer dynamic industries in what is going to be a globalised economy. Skilled people are more productive and more innovative. Skills give individuals wider options. They climb higher, earn more, and get more out of their work. And skilled people are the foundation of successful businesses. So government is taking action to address the complex skills needs as a result of this transition to a low-carbon economy. We know that there are challenges for skills in the energy sector, not least due to an ageing workforce and a reducing number of young people in the recruitment pool. But government is taking action and making progress. And we need our skills policy to reflect the growing need for workers with low-carbon expertise. We have said we are committing to developing a world-leading low-carbon energy sector, and we therefore need a UK workforce equipped to compete at the forefront of the future global marketplace. And this is why, in the autumn, we published both the new higher education framework and the National Skills Strategy. The National Skills Strategy will prepare Britain for the upturn, and low-carbon skills will be a critical component of that preparation. The strategy will help sharpen our focus on supporting skills development in those low-carbon industries, occupations, and technologies that will drive economic growth. I know that John Landrieu from the Department of Business, Innovation and Skills will be talking to you later about the National Skills Strategy, so I don't want to go into detail on that now. But one thing I want to say about it in front of this audience in particular is that I confirm my own endorsement of the strategy's recognition of the significant role the further education sector will play in this vital work. So I'd just like to mention a couple of other examples of work that we are doing that complements the strategy. First of all, in 2008 we launched 2 National Skills Academies, one for nuclear and one for the process industries. And in addition, the industry-funded Academy for Oil and Gas was also set up. They've set really good standards already for training in their sectors and in collaboration with the relevant sector skills councils. And so secondly, building on from that experience, ministers in BIS and DEC are working really hard with employers and the sector skills councils active in the power sector to establish a National Skills Academy for power today. So in summary, I'd like to stress that even if none of us know exactly what the low-carbon economy will eventually look like, we do know that it is inevitable. We will learn as it develops. The low-carbon transition will, indeed must, be complete. And the skills we need to see us through this transition will shift and shine. And the jobs on offer will inflate and diversify, because ultimately low carbon is not a sector of the economy, it is the economy. Post-Copenhagen, I believe, we will increasingly see this low carbon economy taking hold globally. The greatest opportunities will be captured by the countries bold enough to be first movers. I believe that by working together, our government, central, regional and local, our businesses and our education sector can put the UK at the very forefront of this movement. That's very much my message to you today. Thank you very much for listening.